Okay, good morning everyone. On the morning of August 29th here in Berlin. I'm just leaving my hostel now. Had a great stay. Stay here 3 nights, 2 days, lots of walking around, lots of learning. Fascinating city. Berlin is an absolutely fascinating city. Highly recommended. Goes not only into history but just architecture, and there's just so much of it here. So like I said, had a great time. The room was great. I had a private room. It was nice. It was a little small, but it had its own bathroom and shower, which was really important. So it worked out quite well here. I think I paid, I'd say, in the neighborhood of about $280 for 3 nights, and that's Canadian. So I think that's a pretty good deal, and that included breakfast. So, and they've got a great little restaurant down on the ground floor, and a cafe and a bar. So, spent some time there during the evenings, just chatting up with some of the locals and some of the other travelers, and having some beer and having the great bacon cheeseburgers. Anyways, so that's that. So I'm on my way now. As you can see, my bike is all ready to go, and as you can also see, I've got my rain jacket on, and I've got my rain booties on, and that's because it's raining, and it's not raining hard. It's just kind of drizzling, but it's supposed to do that for a few hours, so I'm not going full hog rainwear. Just the jacket, no gloves, booties, because I don't like wet feet. I think I should be fine. Anyways, so the plan is to head north here to a lake called Grosser Pietzig. I'll put the name down here. Anyways, that's under the advice of a Warmshowers host who was in a nearby town, who I asked if she could host me, and he said that he couldn't. He's already has guests, but he said that there's a nice little place down by a local lake where I could set up my tent and spend the night. So I'm looking forward to that. Zero cost option, so that'll help to offset the money that I spent here. Not that it's a biggie, but I like to keep the expenditures low if I can. So that's the plan. But right now I need to make my way out of the city. All right, so we'll see you down the road. And yes, this is a really busy place because they're delivering beer kegs to the tavern and the bar. All right, anyways, we're done. We'll see you down the road. Cheers. So we are well out of Berlin, heading north. We're about 35k into the day, and it's been raining ever since I left. The weather report wasn't supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be like this yesterday. So I guess, I don't know, maybe they got their days confused. So it's just raining. Not getting a lot of filming done here because, the rain, gets heavier at times and then it backs off. We're just trying to, we don't want to expose the camera too much to too much moisture. Although I think it's IPX6 rated or something. Anyways, just letting you know. Regardless of the conditions, people seem to think it's a really good idea to drive really fast on these roads. But hey. So that's that. Just not going to get a whole lot of filming. I'm going to stop up here maybe for the next town for coffee, maybe if they've got a cafe or something. Reassess, maybe put on some more rain gear. I don't know, but and check the weather, of course. And well, I don't know if there's any point to it because they weren't particularly accurate for yesterday and today. So yeah. Anyways, that's that. Just letting you know what's going on, what's happening, what I'm doing, and why there isn't a whole lot of video for today. Anyways. Oh, by the way, still having a good time. Very good time. And since I'm still recording here, been bicycle trails, separated bicycle paths the whole way out of Berlin. And it's just like this. You can see that, you know, I am out in the countryside. Out in the countryside here. Obviously, you're getting raindrops. But yeah, so and it's been like this the whole way, more or less. And you know what? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It makes for, you know, stress-free riding. Also, it's flat. It's flat. So, but then I was telling you about that the other day, and I think it's going to continue to be flat until we get to the coast. I think we're going to go into a river valley as we go into Poland and into the first big city of Poland. And I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce it. You can see it down below here. But yeah. So, anyways, but should be good, and it is good. It's just a bit wet. Certainly glad I'm not riding down there. And what's this? A little bit of light in the sky. I can almost feel a tad of sunshine. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Hello. So, I am in Idlewild, and I stopped at a number of places. I went to McDonald's, right across the street there, grabbed myself a little bit of lunch, check out the weather, see how things are where I'm going. Things seem to be looking quite good. It stopped raining, although it's still quite cloudy, so I'm not sure if it might pick up again, but the forecast doesn't look like it's going to be much of anything from this point forward in the day. So I am going to proceed to that little lakeside possible camp spot that the Warmshowers host in the area pointed out to me, because like I told you, he or she couldn't host me, so, and that's fine. So but I stopped at the Kaufland, and I stopped at the Little to pick up a few things in preparation for camping tonight without any services. I'm not assuming there's going to be anything around, but there's Seems to be always locks around here unless I bury myself way back in the middle of nowhere. But I don't think that's the case where I'm going. So anyways, so I'm proceeding as planned. And, you know, so if anything happens, you'll know. And when I get there, you'll know as well. Appears we have some locks here, not unlike where I am from, on the Rideau Canal, but I have no idea what this is. Obviously, other than obviously a lock. It looks pretty narrow, so I'm thinking it's for recreational purposes, but I don't know. I don't even know what town I'm in. So. But I'm following the canal, and according to my map, I'm going to be following a lake. So that sounds kind of good too. We are in the town of Glenbeck, by the way, just in case you were wondering. And even though it's quite lovely here and very peaceful, you can hear in the background the sound of cars, the sound of traffic, the sound of an expressway. And according to Google Maps, that's exactly where I'm going, either over top or underneath. Bike path here. This is kind of nice. As I was saying before, that road back there, we just did about 5 or 6, 7 kilometers on, perhaps. It looked nice, quite bumpy, because I think what they did is they just threw a layer of pavement over top of the cobblestones, and I guess over time that just settles in around the cobblestones and gets bumpy again. But it wasn't quite as bad as cobblestones themselves. Okay, I'm about 8K from this lake. And I have no idea really about this lake. I don't know if there are any campgrounds around it. If there are, well, it would be nice to stay at one so I can get a shower. But it is Friday, and if they're popular, and camping is popular here in Germany and in Europe. I don't know if this is a long weekend for them too. I'm not even sure if this is a long weekend for them, and if it is, I think the chances of getting a campsite is 0 to none if there's organized camping there. And if there is space available, depending on who's running it, they might charge a premium because of the long weekend. But we shall see. It's supposed to be a little detour back there, but I didn't see it. That's very strange. I think Google Maps wants me to go through the forest. There's much of anything there. It's pretty wet. Google Maps says that I could have went left here, but there is no left. All there is forest. So that's what Google Maps is showing me. Alright, oops, yeah. And here's what we have. So I don't want to backtrack too much here because I don't want to get to my campsite too late because I don't know the lake. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to. Oh, there it is. So this is where Google Maps wants me to go. And I'm not doing that. That looks really slow and nasty. And even on a nice day, I wouldn't do it. All right, so we're taking the longer way. It's going to take 3 more minutes. Oh well. That path there that you can see beyond that big tall fence looks like the route that Google Maps wants me to take up into that lake. Now I can say right now with all certainty that I am not doing that. There's absolutely no way. And I'm still about 1.5 kilometers from the lake. So gonna have to hedge my bets here and go back to that road and see if there is another spot that might be appropriate for a wild camp because it's 6:30 and there's nothing else out here. That road that I was on was nice and paved. There looks like there's another lake just ahead on the right, so maybe I can make my way down there, and maybe there's a path. I'm sure there's a path. I hope there's a path down to that lake, and maybe I can make camp there tonight. So anyways, but we're not doing this. We're not doing that, that's for sure. Okay, here we go, going back the way I came. The wilds of Germany. Who knew? Hey guys, so it is 7:30 and I was riding up and down that road looking for places to wild camp, and then I found a road that came down to this wildlife sanctuary that I think you saw a little bit of it earlier as I was looking for wild camp. Anyways, I got to the other end of this causeway, and there's a house here, and there was a woman sitting outside and just having a smoke. So I asked her if she knew of anywhere that I could set up a tent. Told her my situation, was going to get to this lake, and the path was blocked by a huge fence. I couldn't get there. But just very quickly, she didn't speak much English, but she got her husband who does, and all of a sudden here I am. So they offered me to camp here in this little underneath this little shed, which is perfect, concrete floor. It's going to be great. Yeah, so from possible wet wild camp to this, and they have a bathroom here, and a kitchen and all that stuff that they said I could use. So, I mean, how amazing is this? How amazing is this? It never ceases to amaze me just how charitable, how nice people are. I'm struggling to find the words because I'm kind of tired at the end of the day, but just this is absolutely amazing. So they've allowed me to set up my tent here, and I'll have my dinner and I'll go wash up, and it's going to be just amazing. All right, okay, I'll show you more a little bit later on. He says he's going to show me they do some sturgeon farming here, so he says he wants to show me some sturgeon in a little bit, but I got to get my tent set up first. So anyways, no, I'm just overwhelmed. Sorry, I'm just kind of lost for words. I wasn't expecting this, but this is great. All right, we'll see you later.
In that ice age, and they found those sturgeon, I guess, in the Hudson River. Not quite sure. And through genetics, they found out that the sturgeons in Canada were identical to ours. And so they got the first females from Canada from this year.
Okay, wow, look at them all.
Yeah.
And they're all just happy swimming around.
Yeah.
So what do you feed them?
Actually, when we get them, they are like 1 week old.
Okay.
And I don't know the English word for them, Artemia, saline shrimps, salt shrimps, something like that. Like little sea monkeys. Like that, brine shrimps.
Brine shrimp. Got it.
And we have to hatch that ourselves. They get that for the first 3 weeks, and after 3 to 4 weeks, they get frozen food. It's just bloodworms. What are the small mosquitoes that fly around here?
Oh yes. I've felt a few of them.
Yeah, and the larvae of that. We feed them.
Okay. And then we have the smaller ones still. These tiny little guys.
We sort the bigger ones out because they actually start when they get much bigger than the smaller ones to drive the smaller ones off the food. So we have to separate them to give the smaller ones more space.
Yeah, and more chance to eat.
And those will get released like next week.
Okay.
And he also got a little tag here.
Oh, right. Yes.
Got a number. Gotta turn it that way. You've got like, wrong way still.
Yeah, okay.
You've got like
I can see it, yeah.
GB, L, so that means the country where the tag is from.
Okay.
And the number. And if someone actually catches a sturgeon like that, you can call a certain number actually, where you actually get like a little prize premium. You get actually paid if you say, I'm at the point river, I got a sturgeon with the number. With that calls, they can actually make like a migration map.
Okay, so Paul is a fisherman, and they sell fish and they breed fish, and specifically they breed sturgeon, which is absolutely amazing. As you saw in the previous clips, he's got a number of bins with or basins, sorry, with sturgeon of various sizes. Um, it's a lot of work to keep them and to breed them. He was saying that the sturgeon that he's got there were virtually extinct here, um, until they decided to try and repopulate the Oder River, which goes out into the Atlantic or the North Sea, um, with the sturgeon that has been almost extinct, and looks like he's doing an amazing job. He seems very passionate about the work that he does. He offered to show me the process of raising sturgeon in their big barn there, just that's just across the parking lot from where I'm standing right now, and very very impressive, absolutely amazing. Um, so knowledgeable and so passionate about what he does, and it's lovely to see that. It's fantastic to see that. And then we were talking about different kinds of fish and how to prepare them, and of course, he kind of lost me, at step one there because I'm not much of a foodie in terms of preparing food, so I really couldn't relate, but could certainly appreciate it as a passion. And so, anyways, so I'm back at my little camp here in the shed. Well, not a shed, really, just an overhang. But it's great too because I won't have to put my um, my fly on the tent, which I'm really happy about. So again, I don't know what I can say about the kindness of people by just stopping and asking questions. Um, and I was perfectly prepared to wild camp tonight, but he offered me the space. First, he offered me the space just outside here, but you can see that it's kind of slanted and it's wet and it's freshly cut, and it's not great to set a tent up on. This is just fantastic. I just don't know what else to say. So I'm going to have myself a little bit of dinner, and then I'm going to call it a night. So unless something else happens or there's something else that I can think about that I want to share with you, that's that. So we will see you tomorrow on our way to Poland. We'll cross the border tomorrow. All right. Looking forward to that and everything else. Cheers, guys.